thanks for joining me. I'm photographer and cinematographer Drew Geraci, and today we're looking at MidJourney inspirational prompts. This time we're taking a look at landscapes. All of the prompts for this video are located down below in the description, so if you want to play around with them or see how they look, please just go check them out, and you can put them in your own generator inside of MidJourney and play with them there. I think MidJourney has come such a long way just from 3 or 4 months ago with how realistic these landscapes look now. One of the biggest things you can start doing if you want to create super beautiful, super realistic landscapes is to use the testp mode, and that's going to give you the most photorealistic. And all I'm doing here is really just, giving the prompt a few words, talking about, cascading waterfalls, making it colorful at sunset, and then some of the most important tags are making it cinematic, lifelike, hyper-realistic, and you could throw a few more in there. You could even say photographic, and that's what really gives you these super beautiful, super photorealistic shots. Getting in the upper atmosphere, we can take a look at the balloons, and I think it's really neat how the AI algorithm is really coming up with all these unique kind of compositions, especially when you think about what it has to go through to produce all of those. And each one of those balloons are unique. It's getting the shapes and the colors and the lighting and the shadow correct now, and it just looks so freaking beautiful. It's something that really never really expected to have happen with MidJourney. I thought it was going to be more stylistic over the course of its lifetime, but really we're getting to the point now where it's very difficult to determine if it's a photo or if it's actually AI generated art. And it's just something that I think is very cool for a lot of people, especially for creatives, maybe who are writers or don't get to go out as much. This gives you that opportunity to really create something that's magical, unique, and it's your own. I think it's wonderful why we're just adding keywords like aerial and wide angle view and 16 millimeter, and by adding those words to the prompt, you're coming up with really beautiful vista landscapes. And that's something that, again, has increased over the last couple of months. The AI is much more aware of those words and how it factors into just how that imagery is created. It's just simply stunning stuff. And what I really like about this is you can really change the mood. A lot of times if you're using emotional words such as darkness, horror, sadness, you'll get these more kind of bleak landscapes. But if you put in, happy, jovial, vibrant, you'll get obviously a much more happier, more vibrant landscape. And I think it's just really neat that you're able to control the look and the feel of these landscapes just using feelings realistically. I think it's neat, all the detail, especially with the ice figures in here. It's something I never would have been able to come up with on my own, but it's great that the AI algorithm can do that for us. And it's also mixing and matching all those different elements together, as well as all of the levels of the highlights, the midtones, and the shadows. It just does a wonderful job, and it really truly gives you something that looks realistic. Now, when we add the term macro to our shot, we can get these really beautiful boked out shots where, we have a central focused object. In this instance, what we're doing is, going down a narrow canyon, waterfall or waterway, and just looking at the reflections, looking at the detail in the rocks, this looks photorealistic, and it's just simply stunning. And this makes me feel like I'm back in the Grand Canyon again. I think in a few more months, it's going to get to the point where we can't even determine if this is real or if this is AI. I mean, just look at this stunning tropical rainforest that we have here. This is something that I clearly could have shot myself if I had gone out to South America. But here, we've got old ruins. I was able to just kind of dictate the subjects that I wanted, which was just dilapidated old ruins in an old forest. And the computers give me all of that. And it looks absolutely realistic. It looks beautiful. Sometimes it does tend to be a little more painterly in its effect, but at the same time, it does get off a really beautiful photorealistic look. And now we're traveling, to Mordor. Just kidding. But I really wanted to come up and see what kind of vast landscapes I could come up with in this video. And really kind of going from all over, from the lush tropical landscapes to, a volcanic eruption somewhere on a Pacific island somewhere. And it's just simply stunning to look at. Now we're getting to some of my favorite work, and that's dealing with the the outer space and coming up with more abstract landscapes utilizing different types of rock structures and physical structures. And here we're talking about pyramids out in the middle of an asteroid field. And I really just wanted to come up and see what the computer could do, because 3 or 4 months ago we were really just kind of getting images of shapes and colors put together, and now we're getting full star systems. Here's the moon. We're able to see detail on that planet floor, and it's just absolutely astounding. I love all of the different types of details that we're getting in the rock crystals as well, and that's something that I hope gets refined even more to we're able to create more abstract art that looks more realistic, like such as this right here. Absolutely love it. I want to thank you guys for joining me, and if you guys have any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see inspirational wise, I'll be happy to answer those questions or produce a new video showcasing those new topics. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Happy AI image generating.